How did you feel when Wynn first got diagnosed with DID?
When I first found out that Wynn had DID,
why am I turning so red?
Hey guys, it's Kat.
Don't be weird. Yes, don't be weird about it.
and an alter comes out, right? That's how you say it?
Yeah.
An alter comes out.
Okay, now I'm embarrassed and I need my water.
I thought that it was more of like her and her therapist trying to figure out like her identity in general. And I don't know, I didn't really think much of it until the official diagnosis came. And then I was like, oh, okay, so this is a real thing.
When I first found out that Wynn had DID, I felt nothing because I had no basis for feelings on a topic I knew nothing about.
I just kind of thought of it as, oh, you have these other people who are essentially, roommates in your brain. Alright, that's cool. Whatever you need from me, just let me know.
When I first found out that you had DID, it was kind of just like, okay, next thing. Because I've known you for long, I've known you for like 4 years. It just wasn't a big deal.
The first alter I met was Daniel. I keep trying to remember what the situation was, and I honestly don't remember.
Probably Daniel or Kit that I first met other than Wynn. But like while they're unique and individual personalities, like I focus more on the growing relationship than where it started, so I don't actually remember which one I met first.
I'm pretty sure I was around Kit and Daniel during classes and things like that, but I think the first one that I actively met was actually me. We were doing field work for our soils class. One day, me came out as we were walking back to the car, and she was very quiet about it, very, shh, I'm not here, but I'm here kind of thing, in her little 6-year-old way.
The first alter that I met was definitely Daniel, and I met him in the library at school with a couple friends of ours. And he was out, I think because you were having a tough day, but just trying to use the right pronouns, and it wasn't really different than anything else.
I'd say I know Daniel the best, probably. I feel weirdly maternal toward him. Like I want to just hug him and protect him from all that, which he would absolutely probably murder me if he knew that I was saying that, which, anyway.
For a while I worked a lot with Kit, so I felt like I kind of knew her well, but then I worked with Daniel a lot, and so I kind of felt like I knew him well. And recently I've been working a little bit more with Kim and Lido on occasion. So it's hard to say I know any of them better than the others.
I would say it's probably a split between Kit and Daniel, depending on what you mean by like know best. I'd say the one that I like jive with the most is Daniel, just because he's so chill.
I probably know either Kit or Daniel the best. Kit I see a lot at any parties we go to. Daniel I've seen probably more at school. But I probably know either of them the best because I spent the most time with them.
I guess I have viewed Wynn differently since I found out about the DID, only because I know that it means that she's closer to healing and to figuring out who she is, and if that figuring out who she is also means that there's 9 other people, then that's totally fine with me.
Well, no, because I barely knew her to begin with. There was not much to change. It was just another facet of getting to know another person.
Not really. I knew that she had a past involving trauma, and I knew that she had mental health struggles, but Wynn has always respected my need for privacy with my mental health struggles, and so I did the same for her and still do, because we're both adults and we know that that's kind of how adults are supposed to operate.
No.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy the company of the alters. sometimes, well, I guess I've never met me in person, but I feel like I might get a little anxious just about like, oh my god, okay, this is a child, like I'm now babysitting. But that's the only, and even then I'd still enjoy her company.
Yeah, the question is, words. Yes, I wouldn't be here if I didn't enjoy the system's company. It'd be very rude to them if I was just like, no, I don't, but I like win. So I put up and tolerate with the DID system. That's rude.
Yes, I do. I really, like I said, I like hanging out with Daniel. I enjoy hanging out with Kit. I haven't gotten to spend much time around Kim yet. I have hung around me a little bit. Me and I got to spend some time together over spring break, and I really liked that.
I enjoy the company of the Alphas, especially as I'm getting to know them more. Like, I haven't met Jonathan or Jacob or me in person yet, but especially Daniel and Kit, now that I know them more, I like seeing them, and there's things that I would want to say to them specifically.
My advice for a friend or loved one of someone who has DID is just not to make it a thing. Like, it doesn't need to be weird. Just, they're still your person, and just respond as you would if you were being introduced to different people. And don't make it a big deal, and it won't seem that way.
It's kind of hard to give advice other than don't be a human. Pardon. Don't be a crappy human. Can I say crap?
Yes.
Don't be a crappy human. But like, I would say kind of patience. Like today I'm hanging out with Wynn, that was the plan, but like I can't find myself getting too frustrated if someone else were to come out, because that's not how it works. Like, they try to give each other time, but switches happen. And so you can't just be like constantly getting frustrated that you're not dealing with the alter you want to. But at the same time, know that with system responsibility, the person that you want to talk to, if it's an altercation of some sort, can't hide forever. The system won't allow it. They have to step up and deal with whatever altercation it is. But advice, I mean, treat them like a normal person. Treat them with respect. Just take it one day at a time and get to know everybody. You don't have to necessarily like everyone, but that's also how the world works. You don't have to like everyone, but you still have to be respectful.
Read up. Find a blog like Wynn's. Educate yourself. Don't be afraid to ask questions, but also be mindful of the system's feelings. Because I know some things can come off as hurtful even when they don't mean to. Be gentle, but also don't handle them with kid gloves. Like, there's a balance to be struck. Just make sure that it's clear to them that you want to be around for what's going on for them. Because at the end of the day, that's, I think, what a lot of systems want and need, is just to feel normal and accepted and loved.
Just be supportive and try to use the right names. Try not to be weird about it. That's all I can say. That's just my answer for everything right now.